Hello, I'm back in the art room. Welcome back if you're back. Welcome if you're new. I'm Elisa Maria, and today is Tuesday, and that's usually Tip Tuesday, even though I'm trying to drop the labels. I do have some tips, but I'm so excited today. I actually almost was not even going to do a video because are you glued to the TV like I am, waiting for the Starliner Astronauts? Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore, I do have their names written down here, are returning back to Earth after 9 months in space with Crew 9. I think that this is the most exciting thing I have ever seen in my life. I don't know. I remember being a little girl watching astronauts go to the moon, and they're like, well, no, that really didn't happen. I don't know if it happened or not, but I know that this is really happening, and I think it is the most exciting thing. I wanted to actually take one of my readings that I read a while ago, where Ayn Rand once again wrote about the moon landing, and it converged with Woodstock, I believe. And it was such an interesting article, but I was looking at it last night. I'm like, this is so long. I'm going to have to like boil this down so I don't bore the hell out of all of you with, but she is such an engaging writer, but I will be reading like maybe for like an hour, but I don't know. I'll see. But it's just an amazing article. And I'm just so excited. So they're going to touch down on Earth at, they think they said 5:57. And then they have to get used to being on Earth and readjust to gravity. So whatever you got going on in your life right now, just think about these astronauts coming back to Earth and the rehab that they have ahead of them, and it is for me the achievement of man, not just being rescued, but being out there for so long. And anyone that makes a political thing out of this, well, I just don't know where your mind is. I just don't know. I don't want to hear about it. Don't write about it in the comments. I don't care if you like or do not like Elon Musk. I think he is an absolute genius. And I think that we need to celebrate the achievement of man, especially in this day and age where everything is about robots and technology and everything being at our fingertips. And maybe that's what's going on here, that we've forgotten that we are the miracle. So it's Tip Tuesday. I do have a tip for you, and I'm going to get it. Hold on. I'm going to take you with me because I have to take you over to my door. I have it hanging up. So I'm at my door. You don't see it yet. Let me turn it around. My door, and this is here, Ivan Valakovic. And I'm like, do I want to do Ivan today? Do I want to save him for WIP Wednesday tomorrow? Because like my head is in the clouds. It is, and this to me is just like, yes, do Ivan. It's appropriate for today. Oh, actually, he's actually my tip. So he is on a hanger.
Where you at, babe?
And my husband is saying, where you at, babe? Hold on 1 minute.
Ken, I'm just bringing it.
What is this? Where are you, babe?
I just got home and I brought presents for everybody. These are for you.
Thank
And hold on, Foofy's got a... Foofy, Daddy went out hunting and he brought you home a mouse.
He's had a lot of treats this morning.
Hold on.
Will you put them on my desk? I'm actually,
I
this
will.
is like so amazing.
Let me
All right,
get the...
so,
let me get...
1 minute.
Come
I
on,
wanted to
Foof.
finish up with my filming, but
All right,
John
Foofy.
said, let's have
Everybody's
Foofy on
getting their
camera.
presents. Here, come on, Daddy.
Look at him. Come up here on Mommy's new stool. I love that my evil eye and the red is in the background. My cousin Geraldine heard me the other day. Look at this.
Look, Daddy brought you home a mouse.
Look at how he loves you.
Daddy brought you home a mouse, Dad. Here you go. Go ahead. Look how good he is.
He thinks that when John goes out, he goes
go
out
hunting.
hunting
Yeah.
and brings him home a treat. Now get out. Everybody out.
All right, goodbye.
Bye. I'm wondering now why I threw him out of the office here, my art room, because I could have had him hold this. But okay, so here's the trick. So this is on a hanger, and you know if you hang your paintings up on a hanger, let me put them on my little elephant here. I still didn't take these stickers off my wall. If you hang something up on a hanger, do you notice how like this is how I was doing it? This is what I was going to be working on today because it is on my calendar. I have got to get another finish done for March, and I'm thinking that it has to be chosen, but I'm looking at this, and with the whole thing with space and the astronauts traveling through space to come back to Earth in their own little warm bed. I think I'm going to do this one. So I actually attached this on this that was already the tip, but here's how I did it. So I'm like, let me put my hanger, right? So this is actually, okay, I'm gonna have to take it off. 1 minute. Let me show you how I'm gonna take Ivan off. Ivan is on this hanger. Do you see how I have him hung? He's hung this way. So let me pause this once again. So this is how Ivan is hanging. The hook is in the back. And let me turn this around. And then it's this way. And then what I did was I slipped the other hanger right over it. I slipped this over that hook. And I hung it with my angels. So let me show you that, because that's the base. Hold on. So I had my angels done, and I hooked them to a hanger upside down where the hook is at its back, and I just slid another hanger through to hang it up. Can you see that? I slid that through the back, and I actually have 2 canvases hanging here. Put this back on the hook. I actually have both angels hanging here. I have my female angel and my male angel, and they're with these, what do they call them? Bulldog clips. They're hanging on a hanger that is upside down. And then I just hung another hanger through it to be able to hang it up. And then when I did the same thing with Ivan, when I hung him upside down, because see, there's no head here. The head is in the back. The hook is in the back. I was able to slip the hook here through the back of this, right in between, and hang that up. So I have 3 canvases hanging off of 3 hangers, but a little bit more sturdy. So now, as we're looking at these angels, so I am working on different things. I can't even keep a straight face here, where I am trying to hide this part of the canvas. And I am working with different mediums. I thought, oh, I'm going to do this 1, 2, 3. But these are, I would say, I don't think that they're resin. I don't think that they're resin drills. And so they're really shiny and a little slippery. And so I'm having, I thought I had an idea, and I kind of have something on them right now. Oh, I think I wiped it all off. Did I wipe it off all here too? Yeah, it wasn't giving me the effect that I want, and that's why he's still hanging here, and he's not in my finishes yet. Yeah, so it's this area here, if you get what I mean. It looks a little bit just not right. Yeah, especially, it kind of looks like the male anatomy, and it's disturbing to me now, because once I seen it, I couldn't unsee it. Thank you, Gabrielle. and it was even Jules and Lorraine that were saying, like, it's like a, they noticed it. I won't repeat what they said because that was in the members section. But you see how that has to just be covered up. It's giving like a 3-dimensional look that I don't like. Got it? So we're going to have to put a sensor on this. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But he came out gorgeous. Look at the rippling on his abdomen. Look at his muscles in his arms. The wings are absolutely gorgeous. Love the bird. I know you're looking at this sideways, but I'd have to lay it down on the floor, and Foofy just got done eating a treat, so that's not going to happen. And then she is underneath here. Can I pull this up? Oh, yeah, I can. I can pull this up. That's the other thing, too. Look at how nice I could just pull that up. And she is underneath there. If you haven't seen her, she is absolutely stunningly beautiful. Again, another one. She was a lot of confetti. She took me the whole month of January to do. And I got a little cocky with him. I was like, oh, February's a short month. I'll get him done. And, I dilly-dallied with other things. I got involved with Ivan. I'm planning on doing Ivan today. This is just how we roll here. I'm going to get my desk set up, and we're going to get to some diamond painting and some other news. Hold on. I'm back. It's like a half an hour later, but I'm back. I had a spill. I was moving my drills, and this fell, of course. I don't know where I got this at, but of course it opened up and the drills are on the floor. And of course the vacuum is not charged, so that's charging now. And I'll show you how I scooped them up. It was one of my tips, but hey, what the heck? Do it again. And my coffee's cold. And I'm kind of pissed because it goes with my shirt. They're both from Temu. I hate cold coffee. It has to have ice in it. Everything is converging all at once. If you did the video Power of Symbols, this was the symbol. And I've been finding evil eyes everywhere. There was one as we were filming, right? The red sweater. Let's get cracking with this because I have some notes. And I think I want to turn this around the other way though. I think I was using my back camera and I was really enjoying that. Hold on. Yeah, I was using my back camera and I was really enjoying using my back camera because I can see what I am filming because I can see the front of my phone, and you're actually getting, I think, a better view of the canvas this way, even though you're not seeing a lot of the canvas. But you know, I was watching Katie yesterday, and what was she diamond painted? It was the one where she was talking about, I think that she's had some surgery, and I hope you're on the mend, Katie. I did write that on her page yesterday, on her channel. I keep calling it the page, and I figured out why I do that. It's because of Facebook. We all say the Facebook page. So anyway, yes, I hope she's on the mend. I think she is, but she was saying, here's what I'm working on, and she had like a little picture of what she was working on in her hand. She doesn't pop it up in the screen, and she's like, this is the section that I'm working on, but what I'm actually going to do for you guys is you're going to see a pop-up of what I'm working on. So that, I think my camera is oriented the right way. Yes. Okay, because then sometimes I film and it's upside down. So breathe, Elisa, breathe. I'm remembering the readings that I did this morning. I did a bunch of readings this morning through the Book of Awakening. And, you know, one of them was like, you know, if you want to live, breathe. But breathe properly. Breathe in and breathe out properly. So much going on. John took these, my broken placers out of the attachment here, out of my diamond pen, and I was like, no, you were supposed to do that with me present so that we could show everybody how you do. And he's like, well, break another one. I'm like, I'm breaking another one in my Star Wars. And I just learned how to properly load my pen. So when we were here the last time, let's scoot this over. Now, I do know I have a few drills missing here that I could put in, but I'm so ambitious. I want to just get to the next section, and I'll do that on my own. I actually took this, I'm sorry, this big of a section. You could see how big it is. You could see how big this section is. There's a lot going on with this canvas. Not so much, I don't mind the color changing, but I do, I think I, myself personally, am just not used to such a tight canvas. And I said, you know, this is my fault. I took too big of a piece. Now I have to keep it even on the top. I want to show you guys what I'm doing. Let me just get this down. I don't want to make a shorter, I want to make a shorter width, not a shorter length. So let me just show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to just take a small section, but now that I'm looking at the canvas, I'm like, what direction are you actually going in? Like, what is going to make more sense if I take a smaller section? Because I could see where it looks like a lot of this color is going up and down, and I think that this is just going to be my faux pas, and I'm going to have to live with it and just take a section. I'm just gonna have to take a proper square, and you know, this, like I said, this is my faux pas, and I'm gonna have to just live with my mistake here for now. Maybe that'll be wide enough. Yeah. Okay, where's my little liner? Let me burnish this down because it doesn't look like it's going to stay. And I'll take it from here, there's a lot of black elsewhere. Okay, there's still some black here, but we'll get that on the next go around. So then, okay, let this be where I'm going to call it the length that I want, the width that I want. And then don't look at your tape. Don't look at your tape. Look at where you want the tape to go, and you will always get a straight line. I tell you guys all the time, that's a trick. It is a trick, but it's a trick with learning how to draw. Should I have taken that down all the way? I'm telling you, washi tape is not my friend. And I just got some beautiful washi tape from Temu. I think it's in this other little thing I got from Temu. I got a little stool from Temu. And it has a storage unit. And that's why I couldn't find the charger to the vacuum, because it was inside the stool. All right. And so now what do I have to do? I don't think I have to do anything. I think that this end is cut here. How about if you cut the top, Lee? That would make sense. Let's cut the top here. Okay. Where is my ruler? I'm really not prepared today, am I? I think I could use... Oh, I want that marker in my phone. All right, I'm not going to... I want that marker in my book. I don't want to jumble that. Let me see what I got in here. I have a metal aligner. Even though I think the plastic one is going to make more sense. Okay, let's walk it over. To where we can cut this. Am I in the shot? Yeah. I pulled my nails off last night. They just kept coming off. I was like, okay, you guys got to go and get a new set on. But I'm going out this weekend, so I'm trying to give my nails a break because I'm always like right on the next set, you know. I really miss my little scissor. I really do. I felt like I had a lot of pressure on this X-Acto knife, and still it didn't cut through. Okay. Thank you. Let's put the thing back on here. Tighten this to get loose. Bring this over. How is everyone? I have a bunch of notes of stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So one of them was actually, put this down. I don't want to put anything on top of here. Maybe not. I think I'm going to cut that off because it's going to force me to fill these in as they come up over here. I have a bunch of notes I wanted to talk to you guys about. I mean, one of the questions that I get most, because I don't know how, you know, I just upload. I don't look at analytics and stuff like that. I'm just happy to get something done. I'm not waiting to see when is the best time to upload this video. But one of my videos that had to do with the tray bricks, and I guess people have a lot of questions on that, was how am I liking them, and am I using a tower? And I believe it was Lisa that asked me where I got my tower from, and I don't have a tower, Lisa. I didn't know if I was going to like this system or not, which is right here now. Let's try and get this over onto my desk, I really didn't want to put this on the picture because I wanted you guys to be able to see the picture. I'll show you what I have here. I have it sitting on my little Temu stool that I got, and in here I have a bunch of stuff. So I was like, let me just roll this over. Now I know Foofy likes to sit here. So I don't know if he's back in this room. Foofy? There's the stick. Do you see the stick on the floor? That was so sweet of my husband. I've been having a couple of rough days. I don't know if I want to get into it, you know, but I just want to leave my tray. But if he comes in, then I'll take it off because I know he likes to sit next to me, and I like having him next to me. And he oh, there you are, Foofy. You want to sit up here with Mommy? Come on, come here. He's like, no way. He hears something going on downstairs. It's John. So, and I did want you to see like part of the canvas as you know, diamond painting too. I think if you see part of it, you know, I won't have to put that little picture up, and especially the bed. So I always start with my black. Okay, I tell you I tell you guys this all the time. My drills are separated between what is a white symbol, okay, and what is a black symbol. The black symbols are on one side, the white symbols are on another side. So when I'm looking for something out of 65 drills, colors, I know if it's a dark symbol, look to the left. If it's a white symbol, look to the right. So that helps me cut down, what I'm looking for. So the black is always a lot. And even in my biggest tray brick, it wouldn't fit in there. I know that these are not storage units. I had somebody say to me, they're not storage units. You're supposed to do this and that. And I'm like, I don't really follow any kind of rule of what I'm supposed to do and not do. I just do what is comfortable for me. And I encourage you to do, meaning everyone that is watching, do what is comfortable for you. I don't have a tower, but I am going to set up my dark symbols and my light symbols like a tower. I just didn't want to buy like another piece of something. And then the other thing that I do to really cut down on my, what am I looking for, is I did put any of the enhancements just in these jars. So I know that when I come up against an enhancement, either, a crystal or an AB drill, well, I know there is 6 of them. I know that they're in one of these. So again, I don't have to look through, a plethora of tray bricks, or I'm still trying to get myself off of these because I'm still having a hard time opening them, but I do like the aesthetic of them. I like that you're able to see your drills. I think it's very pretty when I take a shot for my thumbnail or whatever. I use this as a way of showing off the drills, even if they're not the drills that I'm using. They just look so pretty. Just like take, indulge me for a second. There you go. Like they just look so pretty, to have this out into a thumbnail. I'm all about the aesthetics also. So I like that. And then these are all my dark ones. So these are my dark symbols. So I know that they're over here. And I have a few trays that I bought on my own. This came from Diamond Art Emporium. It comes with a grid that you can use either as a long line, or if you like to have your drills in certain denominations, that's the other side of that plate. And I bought that with my Angel. I bought 2 of these. I like them, but then again, they're not going to, if they hit the floor, they're going to open. Like this one. And this one also has that grid. See it? So I figured I could fill these in. I think this is the sister to that one. Yep, one is a long line, one was a plate. And this came with a little funnel top that you could slide on, and it had a funnel so that it would be easy for you to shake. And it also has a, a spout here, easy for you to shake out. These are all dark? Yep, just one white, one dark, 2 darks. Put them over there. And I had bought these. These I got from Etsy, and the name of the company is the Diamond Painting Group. And I just saw somebody using this the other day, and I was like, oh, she got what I got. And I think they were like really cheap, like 5 of them for like $10 or something, like $2 a piece. They're big. They have the foot drop spout, and I used these for Night's Rest, and so I must have got done with this color, and so this is a stray. Okay, so now I was trying to show you, I don't have all my tray bricks out. Let me get them out first. So how am I liking the tray bricks is the question that I've been getting. I love them. I think that they're awesome. These are upside down. I think that they're awesome. They snap close. I have not dropped one, so I can't tell you, well, it doesn't open. I don't have a lot of them. I think I have 10 of the large, 20 of the small. I would not be buying the small again because I think it was Betsy that told me, just get the large, So, I mean, I do have, some of them have very few, like very minimal colors in there. So let's open this one up. Yeah, that's all that was in there. So that's kind of cool. So, I mean, they do have a purpose, but not if you have a lot of drills. And then the rest of the colors that I didn't have tray bricks for, they're back in my Elizabeth Ward. I almost said Josephine Wall again. I don't know why I got these two mixed up so much, but I do. So this tray actually I bought from Temu, and we're going to use it. And I was like, oh, it's like, I think it was like you have a free, pick a free gift. And so I was like, oh, let me see what this diamond tray is about. So that opens up. Okay. And that closes. Nothing like my fireflies, though. I have end of the roll fireflies across the room. If John comes up, I'm going to have him hand them to me. I should really just get them now, being that I'm doing all this, you know, tray stuff and everything else. This is how my Tip Tuesday is turning out. It's like a half an hour in. We're still not diamond painting. But I wanted to see how this works from Temu. So this is not carved or anything. It just looks like it is. I don't know if the other ones that I've seen, like from Firefly, are or not. Let me get my Fireflies, because they were end of the roll, and I think that they are freaking awesome for end of the roll. Now, I was there yesterday on Firefly, again, because I was watching Katie, and she had a Firefly tray, and she was like, this is like an end of the roll Firefly tray, and it's awesome. And I agree. I think Firefly is probably one of my favorite trays, even though I've been hearing a lot about Yellow Dog. So I have to make a purchase there and see what's going on with Yellow Dog. Hold on, let me get the Fireflies. Okay, you guys, so here's my Firefly. You still have your pen holder here. And you have your little trash tray here. See? Still says push on the back. This is what I love about the Inferno, is that you just slide this over. This is the Inferno, right? Yep, this is the Inferno. There's Putty on here. Oh my gosh. Oh, real life, kids. Real life. Okay, let's get that out of here. Inferno. I don't know what that says. Nano. That's probably why it's end of the roll. And it has a lid. And everything is working perfectly. And I think I may have paid. I don't even know. I'm going to say $10, but I don't think it was that much. There's no printing on the side. Maybe there's printing on the side, I think. Or I think Katie said she had them print her side, even though it was end of the roll. I'm not sure. You'll have to check that out. Who was she working on? I'll link her video. And this was one that I got from Diamond Painting Anonymous, and I was just on Etsy yesterday, and I think that this is going into retirement, and this is one of my favorite, and I will tell you why. I love that it's just single spaces here and then just longer lines. It is so, it beyond being cute. It's a little, it's supposed to be a little snack tray. Beyond being cute. Do I have one upside down? Of course you do. Well, no, you don't. Here you go. Just turn it around. It has that open and close hinge that I love to get your drills out. It works very nicely. Very cute. I just love this tray. I love this tray. And then, of course, I love my other trays, which made me buy those plastic trays from Art Dot, because they had a lid. I'm like, wow, these are as big as my other. There were bigger ones. I threw them away. But I love these trays. And you guys know when I'm doing something that's a lot of confetti, I'll set these up and I'll use my China marker and I'll put the symbols on there. Dotting and chilling on this one. No cats allowed. And I think I have a set that says, just keep calm and diamond paint. All right. So I didn't know that I was going into tray mode today. I do have other little fireflies, but I think that they're downstairs. Really cute, adorable ones. I think that, oh no, this is not on my trays. Hold on. Lisa sent me these trays that you can fill your Art Dot containers with. And this goes, you put your drills in there. I still have a couple little diamonds in there. And you just put this on top, and then you would put your, you would attach one of these on there. And you're able to, very easily fill. Are they going to fall in there? No, they're kind of stuck in there. She got me 2 of these. It was a gift. So she sent me a little Christmas gift. I'm just dropping drills everywhere today. It's just not my day for drills. And I know what's in here. This was my mistake. These are from the, you remember that little cat? I didn't realize that they were still in there until I went to go pick them up. I caught it in time. Got enough drills on the floor. But that's what that's from. Not the, is it a cat, like the Hello Kitty that you put these on yourself? Yeah, I did get back to that craft. But these too, I mean, you don't have to use them as you know, just to fill up your bottles with, because they do have a stopper. You see it over there? They do have a stopper. It's probably why those other drills didn't come in. I really think that I should probably put these in some kind of container, because I will lift this up again. Let me not do that now, but I'll put this on the side to take care of business. So there's those trays too. We got trays everywhere, don't we? So this turned into a very informative little, for the most part. I wish I had a yellow dog that I could add to this crew here. And this one too is just so sweet. Just if you have like a little something. The little stopper, it does have a blue stopper. It's in my, I don't want to get up again and get it, but it does have a blue stopper. It's so sweet. It looks like a little apple. So how about that? Look at this. Look at what's going on here today. All right, let's get to, we're going to diamond paint. What are we doing? What are you doing? Come on. So what do I want to use? I think I'll use my Firefly, being that this is one of the colors that I just did not. Oh, I actually wanted to test out this Temu tray. Let me test this out. Let's see what this Temu tray is about. There's a stopper in there. It's just like printed on there like that. I don't know if the other ones are like that. You know, the more higher end ones that we love. Okay, let's see what kind of shake you got. Oh, seems all right. Now, I didn't wash this out or anything. I probably should have. Aligning nicely. Nice. Okay. I don't have a cover minder, not my thing. Even though I did have my St. Teresa that I took out yesterday when we were talking about symbols and what they mean to us. And I did take my St. Teresa that was my grandmother's, and I decided to, I don't know if I'm going to have room to put that picture up that I was promising you guys. I'll just put it up in the beginning. So I put that in my notebook. Oh, and let me tell you, you guys. Now you guys know that I was talking about my grandmother a lot, and the fact that, did I bring up the fact that she had those, I might have edited that out. But my grandmother had these Eskimo Spitz dogs. And yesterday, John was like, will you take a ride? He had a doctor's appointment. So, of course, I went there with him. And then he wanted to go and see about making an appointment to get his car inspected. And I was like, oh, no, please. I don't want to go all the way out that way. Just take me home. He's like, oh, take a ride with me. And I was like, all right, let me go with you. And as we were getting to where he was getting his car inspected, there was a woman came out of nowhere standing with an Eskimo Spitz dog. And he was talking, and like, I could not take my eyes off of her as we drove by. And I'm like, that's my grandmother. She heard me. And I do believe that when, you know, you talk to your beloveds and you ask for sign, and I didn't even ask for a sign. That was just her saying, I heard you talking about me. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I saw an Eskimo Spitz dog. Probably my grandmother, because she had Kimbo. And then she got Tanya. And Tanya and Chemo had Sasha and Tasha. Sasha and Tanya. And she had 4 of them. They were her love. They were her everything. They were her dogs. They were her everything. And I just couldn't believe I was looking at a woman with an Eskimo Spitz dog. I'm like, what? You know, John was talking, and it just like, you know how things just like fade away? That's what it was like. This is working nicely. I was also really studying Katie yesterday with the way that she was picking up her drills. She holds her tray this way, and she picks up her drills more on an angle, because I was watching as she was putting them down. They were kind of hanging off that edge, and her placement is just freaking perfect. And yet, there is no such thing as perfect, but Katie is perfect. She's just perfect in her placement. Her ears must be ringing right now. And what else is going on? What else are you guys talking about? I wrote some notes down. Where did I put them? Everything I turned around when my drills fell. Okay, I wrote some notes down of what's going on my channel. Comments that you guys are making. I know that you guys really love that essay on Marilyn Monroe. And what did that come out of? I'm trying to remember. Like, oh, it was a self-care Sunday? Yeah. I believe it was Self-Care Sunday, or it might have been a reading that I just did, but it is in the title, and I'm dropping drills, which means I need to get some new putty because they're not adhering on to my placer. Did I bring the putty up here? It's one of these days. Did I bring my putty up here? I'm sure I did. I brought everything up from downstairs. Oh, it was in the tray. It's around here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is just this. Because you can reuse this putty, and I know it was fresh putty. We're just going to play around with, giving this a little workout here. And then placing it back in. Or maybe finding some other element that I could use. Where's my pink putty? I leave my pink putty up here too. Everything is probably across the other side of the room. Of course it is. Because I turned this around. I turned myself around to have the beautiful flowers that my husband bought me behind me. And you can't see them anyway. So, all right. I think I got enough in there. If I don't, I'll get up again. I'll get up again. Anything for my craft. So, yeah, so you guys really love that. And who was it that told me? Let me see. It was Crispy, one of my members. And she said, Diamond Painting Pro, if you are interested, has Marilyn Monroe canvases. And she said they have Elvis too. You can get Elvis also. Because the one that I got was when I was a beginning diamond painter. I didn't even know what this craft was. And how I got introduced to it was from one of I think it was my first order to Temu. My son came over and said, what do you think of this Temu thing? And I'm like, I never heard of it. Now they're taking all my money. I was going to try and use that as a mask, but it's not going to work. It's not flat enough. Now they're taking all my money. And I was like, what is this diamond painting? What is that? And I just bought it like on a fluke. I saw something that looked like Marilyn, and I bought it. And I bought a pair of angel wings. And that's when I used to just diamond paint one canvas at a time. Never diamond painted more than one. And now I have a choice. I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna do Chosen today because I want to get her in the finish pile. It'll happen. So this tray is, it's working nicely. It has a deep pocket, a deep wall. It holds a lot of drills. This seems to be in pretty tight. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I think it was a free gift, but I think if you wanted to buy it, it was like $4. And that's if you want to wait for it and all that jazz. And the other question that I've been getting a lot of is the new Dreamer Design canvas, square canvas. Now, I don't know if they changed their round canvas yet. Is it as tight as Diamond Art Club? Now, what I can say about Diamond Art Club is the last time I did a square was Winter by Alphonse Mucha, which has to be completed yet. I bought it for Anthony's Mucha Mania. And I didn't get a chance to complete it, but Anthony, I believe, is doing Summer with the Masters. And so I will, of all the events that I always attend, it's always Summer with the Masters. I just love it. I just love seeing what everybody does. I love that you can get, I love that so many of the distributors for anything accessories or tools, diamond painting, get involved, and you can get some really good sales, and you can see what everybody else is using and how they feel about it. So it's just a plethora of information when you get involved with Summer with the Masters. And I think it's become easier for Katie because now, before it used to be they were mailing things out, and I think they just went digital. So I believe that you can enter and win things. I don't really get involved in that end of it because it's like you have to watch this video and you have to comment here, and I'm just like I always forget. I don't have time. I do have time, but I don't have time to you saw how this turned out today. I am not scheduled. I am not scripted, and probably to my own detriment because, I know that if you do a thumbnail, you should go right into whatever your thumbnail topic is about. But, I don't roll that way. It's like I will get to it. It's not like I'm faking you out and giving you a fake title. I will get to it. But, I wasn't expecting John to walk in with flowers and for me to take, all the trays out that I have used and put them out here. But I did want to update everybody on, I'm just picking things up randomly now. I did want to update you all on how are the tray bricks working. I love them. I love them. But I think here's the commitment. I also love all my other trays too. I'm liking this little tray from Temu. It's doing an okay job. See how it takes the drills out. I think that's my biggest test. And that's what I love about my Firefly. My golden Firefly, I believe, is downstairs. I don't believe it's up here. Here it is. It's actually waiting for this is Chosen. I was getting ready to do Chosen. This is, let me tell you, it has to be a few years old. And it is so loved and so used. I love it. And I want to turn it over because I want to dump the tray. This is the Inferno Nano. Well, maybe that's why this is at the end of the roll. Because it doesn't have all this artwork on it in the background. Maybe that's why that other one, the black one, was end of the roll. Because that is an Inferno Nano, just bigger. But it doesn't have kangaroo on it. So the kangaroo, and you really can't see. Oh, Inferno Nano Plus. Love this one. And then I have a small one. I have a little black one, and I have a medium-sized one, another one of these. But this is the one that I pull out all the freaking time. I actually bought this my first summer with the Masters because it came through Leopard Leatherworks. And Firefly teamed up together, and it came with a tray. My tray is not here. And this all came together as a kit for like $75. And I was like, the pen, the Firefly, and the tray that Leopardworks makes. And on the back of it, it was like branded. Oh, it's gorgeous. That's one of my favorite. That was sitting up there. There's trays everywhere with jewels in them. I got to be careful. Let's get this in a better shot here. What does this tray fit underneath? I'm curious. Oh, does it? I feel like I gotta sneeze. No. Okay. That's all right. You can use that on the side as like a, if you're going to just use this tray, you can use this lid on the side and use it as like a little trash catcher if you wanted to. Yeah, so I can't really, I found Alphonse Mucha Winner in the Square by Diamond Art Club very pleasurable to use, to work on. I felt like those drills were just dropping in, effortlessly, and it was an easy canvas, even though it didn't look like, like if you were a beginner, I would say, yeah, go for that canvas. And and you would get like a lot of wow for being a beginner, I think. I don't think it would be difficult for a beginner at all to get involved with that. I really should have juiced up my pens, huh? I should have juiced up my pens before I got started. But I don't want to go crawl across the room again and go get, and I don't want to use anything other than my putty. I'm really in a dilemma, aren't I? Let me see here. What's in here? What's in this pen? I know this is what Katie uses. She's just a master with, picking up drills and placing them. And I did notice, I believe that she was working on Diamond Art Club canvas. I did notice that her canvas did seem a little tight, but she was under no struggle. I can't remember who she was working. Oh, it was the bookshelf with the cat. That's the one she was working on, the bookshelf with the cat. That's the one that I watched. So let me tell you what else she had. And she was like, if you got to the end of this video, like leave a little diamond, like a little jewel, and tell me what you were doing while, you were you were watching me. I was like, what was I doing? I was shopping for the pen that you were using. So she had something from her small shop haul that I don't know when she got it, because she's, she has, and I noticed with this before with Katie, she has her, she doesn't open her packages right away. And she had a, oh gosh, was it Pens by, oh, so bad of me. I will put it in the description. But she had a pen that was a 3D printed pen, and it was called a rain stick, because every time she turned it over, there was this beautiful whooshing sound. And I was like, I think I'm going to sleep watching her diamond paint. And it's the sound in the background. So it's like an ASMR pen for yourself. Like if you were just diamond painting and you wanted a little, like I always seem to have background noise on when I'm not talking to you guys. I like listening to my book. I like listening to something uplifting. I will listen to Starbright 70. I love Star because she'll read some scripture, and she has a lovely voice, and she makes these videos where she sings, and they're about diamond painting and stuff. And I just love being in that environment where it's just another way to get my Jesus on. Just another way to be grateful and thankful, and especially now during this Easter season. My husband loves this song called Try Jesus. If he was here, I'd have him sing it. But it kind of goes like, try Jesus, don't try me, 'cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, don't try me, 'cause I throw hands. And it has like this gospel rhythm in the background. It's so, and the way that he sings it is so funny. He just got another gig, so he's downstairs working on his the promo sheet that he wants to, and he's going to be doing this right before we leave for Florida. I really should have some fresh putty up here. I do. It's staring at me across the room. It's in that pink tray. And that was the other thing. Katie was using a putty, and it was really, I was like, wow, that looks really kind of soft, but she wasn't letting it deter her. She was still using it. And, sometimes I get like a little self-conscious about, let's see, did that go in there? I really didn't think that was going to go in there. I thought it was going to be too tight. I really, get self-conscious about my putty coming out the end, at the sides. But hers was too yesterday. And she was like, it was a little soft, but once I got into the groove, it was okay. Now this is just, let's give it a little workout. I'll show you. Do this. and then do that. Get some new putty up along the top. There we go. I really want to get these black ones done so that I could see how this is going to shake out. And you know what else I'm trying to do too? I'm trying to not always pick up at the corner, but kind of pick up down along the sides too. The middle of the placer also. I feel like that your placer really doesn't get that action. Yeah, we're still dropping drills. I don't like pushing them. I feel like, you know, once a drill hits the canvas, it's already, you know, locked in, and you really should pick it up and move it, because the glue just works against you. You pull the glue one way, and it's like a rubber band, just snaps back. So do we get it? No, not yet. We didn't get all the black ones yet. So one more here. I really want to see how this goes back into its tray, and then I want to pick a color. As long as I do all the white symbols first. And that's another reason why I think, you know, taking too big of a space really doesn't work. So, you know. My husband has a candle lit downstairs. I can smell it. Hopefully he has a candle lit downstairs. Oh, I dropped a round one from my other tray in there. What else were you guys talking about? Let me see. Let me check my little thing here. Well, I know that all of you like that talk on Marilyn Monroe and Crispy and Tracy and Jules and Lorraine and Gabrielle. These are my members. But Betsy was also telling me, because I was actually contemplating using an easel, but then me and John changed our desks, so now I have a desk that goes up and down, and I'm really enjoying that. He's downstairs. I never made it down the steps other than to grab coffee, and I'm enjoying being, especially now that there's a window right above me, and I can open that window up and get some fresh air and not feel like I'm so goobad in here. So that's all the black. All the black are done. And that's the other thing. Not only do you, you know, narrow your vision looking for white or black symbols, you also narrow your vision when you are diamond painting, because you're only looking for white symbols. And there tends to be like a ton here, but like all these black symbols, my eye is not even going in that direction. I'm only looking for white symbols. So what I will do next when I put these away is I will go back to where I put my black drills down, and I will look and see, well, what is bordering, because I want to work right up against my black symbols, and what is bordering the black ones is the U, or these kind of up arrows over here. There's down. See, this is why too big of a section, because now there's all different choices, but there's a bunch of U's here, and there's a bunch of U's in here. So U will definitely be my next. And all I have to do is look and see. Here's a bunch of U's here. So U will definitely be my next symbol that and there's a bunch of them here, will definitely be my next symbol that I go for. And let's see how these go back into the jar. So let's see how these go back in. I'm actually going to put the lid back on. Give them a good shake. Take this out. Open this up. If they don't stick to the walls, I'm happy. Oh, I feel like there's a lot in there. Oh, what's this about? We got to rock and roll? What? There's a lot in there. Oh. Oh, wow. I feel like they're not coming out of the hole. Let's see. Oh, there's one in there. Okay. So there's two in there. So, okay. It seemed like I was doing a little bit of rocking and rolling to get them out of there. Okay. I mean, listen, not bad. Like, we all got to grab our bargains. You know, not everybody could be, you know, we have to stay within our means of what we can afford. And I say it's a pretty nice little, does this stay on? No, this is not staying on, so don't drop it. But just enough to use a cover when you shake your drills out. Has a nice little stopper. That's in there good and tight. Okay. I'm going to take my U out, my next symbol. I'm trying to get this one black drill in there. I'm going to put the black away, and I'm going to show you. So U is a white symbol, and here it is. It's right here. I only have to look at these guys to find it, and it is in one of my tray bricks. Hallelujah! So we get to see how that's all going to work. Here we go. Turn this back around, turn this down. And so again, you could see, if you just keep your eye where you were, here's all U's here. Here's a bunch here, but these U's are bordering the black, and that's what. And here's a bunch of U's here. So I mean, I'm going to get a nice piece of mileage out of here. I should have gotten my putty, proper putty or a proper pen. Okay, so I did crawl across the floor, and I did get my pink putty because it was getting a little nuts. I think Fufi's going to join us. I'm going to get my pink pen from Diamond Arts Emporium. Oh, I got to keep everybody's name straight. Diamond Art Emporium, and that was this pen and this tray that came with a bunch of other goodies. That's his toolkit, Diamond Art Emporium. So, that was for my angel, my female angel. When I bought the male angel, I got the blue pen. He put the blue pen in there. So let's just get some fresh putty in here. And then let's get, I'm trying to be a little bit neater with my putty. I'm going to take a nice little splice out of this and not, you know, have it be where, oh my gosh, your putty is a mess. And I'm just making a little imprint. I don't press into my putty because I want to keep my placers. I don't want my placers getting broken. Because really, these placers, they will cut the putty for you. Just put it in with your hands so you don't put any pressure on the neck of the placer. And I'm going to fill this guy up nice. Now, I did notice a difference between the pink and the blue putty. So it might be that this is just a fresher putty. I don't know. But on first try, now this little ball here, I think I'm going to leave it out. No, and put it away. All right. Because what you do with this, you can take this out, and then I'll use this and mix this in with it, and you can get yourself another go around. I find this one to be a little bit stickier. I wonder, did they change? Dot and Chillin' Art Dot. Did they change the formula? Now, see, I have a lot in here. I'm trying to work through it, but it might be too much. So let me take a little bit out of here. I got, you know, it was crazy time for me when I was making the decision that I wanted to just have drills where they were all, already organized. I can't take it anymore. I can't take opening and closing containers. I was just having a crazy time. All right. But we're women and we reserve the right to change our mind. And I love my tray bricks, but I also love my other trays that I have. We like to have choices. So here's black, and here is where I'm going. And then if you follow my method, the next color that I'm going to go to is whatever's bordering. So here's the problem that I see with this canvas is you're not going to have a lot of options. Like, I'm not going to be able to diamond paint in there. I'm not going to be able to use my pen. Now, I do have my star or placer in here, which I love. Now, why are you not coming off? But it's not as skinny as, oh gosh, this is in here good too. It's not as skinny as my skinny placer as this. And I wanted to use my pink pen. All right, let me get this out of here because we know that this was not any good anyway. This was probably a second go around with this one. Let's just say testing theories. Okay, so that little ball that you just saw me put away, I pulled it back out, but there's a pull with this pink putty that I don't have with the blue putty. Same company, Art Dot, just a different color. And, if you've been with me, I have a theory about different color waxes. I always found like the blue wax was oily, where the red wax was a little bit more sturdier. And I'm like, I wonder if the dyes that they use have some kind of interaction with the actual product. Now, this I find, when I was pulling this out, I was like, oh, I don't want, let me just not torture them with filling this again. But, there was almost like a pull. It was like a mozzarella pull. And if you see mozzarella that, has a pull like that, it's not mozzarella. It's pizza cheese, which is something totally different. Get mozzarella. When you get a pull like that, it was made like that to be reconstituted over and over again. It's not real. It's pizza cheese. You want whole milk mozzarella. See how it has like it's leaving a little residue even on my hand. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's try this skinny placer now from Diamond Art Club and see what happens here. If I'm able to get in that area. Yeah, a little bit better. So you're gonna, I would say use your Diamond Art Club's, skinny placers. Look how nicely they're working. My Star Ors are not working for this. I love them. They're not working for this canvas. Oh, gosh, what a pleasure. I mean, come on, such a difference. This is why I do what I do. I was hoping that John was not going to answer that phone call because his voice, he could be in the next house over and you would hear him. You would hear him. He had everybody at the doctor's appointment hysterical laughing. I should have had him tell his St. Patty's Day joke. Well, I'll leave him for another time because I know that when I do that Ayn Rand reading on the Apollo 11, he's going to want to be a part of that. He actually turned me on to that reading. And we had a big discussion about it. It's been a while since we've been able to really sit down and discuss books. I mean, we do. I love that he loves the Book of Awakening, and he used to read that to me all the time too. When my dad died, I was really having a bad time, and I was estranged from my family. I still am. Like I said, I made the sin of getting divorced and chasing my own happiness. How dare I? But that's a talk for another day. And I was having a hard time with that. And I don't know why people always feel the need to tell other people what they have to do. It's just ridiculous. Again, I don't know how these, I think who was it? I think it was actually Katie. Again, she was saying, like, when you watch something, the whole algorithm changes. And then all of a sudden you're getting all these things. And I told you guys, like, through Self-Care Sunday, like, I've never watched the Kardashians. People in my family do. And I'm like, why? Like, why are you, and I would hope that maybe you use it as a tool because you see some kind of resemblance with things that maybe you can work on. Maybe that's what you're attracted to. But I think people are just attracted to like they're just attracted. It's like the car crash that you can't turn away from, the rubbernecking, And I would think, like, I was talking to you guys about time and how much I value time and where I place my time. But I did actually watch one episode, and what grabbed me was the title, of course, again, the thumbnail. And so, like Katie was saying, when you watch something, all of a sudden, that's all you're getting. You're getting just a plethora of the same topic. And I've noticed that. I noticed that I'm like, why are the Kardashians? I don't watch the Kardashians. Why do they keep coming up in my feed? Actually, I find, some of the behavior just revolting, the way that they talk to, whether they talk to their mom, who's like done everything for them. But who knows, like I said, has she really? Like, what kind of sacrifice did they make? But again, a talk for another day. I think I started this whole thing out with Betsy telling me that she uses an easel with a light board. I do come back around to what it is that I'm talking about. So don't think that I forgot. I hear his phone going off down there. He's like, are you done filming? Because I need to practice. And even if I wasn't done filming, I would just go quiet and I would let him practice. And then I would just do a voiceover after. But I know that my hour is up. But I don't want to say goodbye. But I am really excited to see the astronauts. And not only that, it just uplifted my spirits this morning. I have been feeling kind of down in the dumps, and I think it started with my friend losing his mom, and she was a big part of my life, growing up because I dated her other son, and I remained close to the family, of course. It's like umpteen years later, and I got the other brother. Still friends with the brother I dated, but I got the other brother. We're close, and he's close with my cousin because my cousin and his wife, their mothers grew up together. So, yeah. And so they're very close, and we're all going to get together. We're all going to go out. But it just, I've been in a funk lately. I don't know if it's weather change. I don't know. I don't know if it's the topics that I'm reading and they're stirring up these emotions. And especially this week, if those of you that read Book of the Awakening, I read a little bit further up into the week, because I couldn't relate to, and that's the other thing. Some things you don't relate to, some things I skip over. And the reading that I did on Sunday was a reading that I had never done before. Like I might have bypassed that reading, and I didn't catch it last year, but I'm catching it this year. But what was I saying about the reading? What was I talking about? Well, I know that Tracy, I have a Tracy C as my member who's like, is this another book that I'm going to have to buy? And it was Big Magic. And that's, and like, again, another story for another day. But also Tracy B, well, she had liked one of my tips that had to do with Glass Plus. She's like, oh my God, you're the father in My Big Fat Greek Wedding with the Quintex. I'm like, I know. And yes, Glass Plus was a tip of mine, because I used to have Glass Plus right near my desk. I was cleaning my desk because you're filming and stuff, and the Glass Plus, I would fold one up and I would put it in my Elizabeth Ward container, right? And anytime I needed to wet my wax, I would dip it in the Glass Plus little, because it would stay wet and I didn't have to have a spray bottle or anything. I would dip it in there and I would place my AB drills with it, and it didn't harm them, but it actually cleaned them and kept them shiny. So she was getting a kick out of that tip. But where was I going? Was I talking about the Kardashians? I can't remember. It'll come back to me. But then I'm gonna have to say goodbye, and then I'll be like, oh, wait a minute, that's what I was talking about. Anyway. Yeah, like just probably me being in a funk. I think that's what was going on. And the read, oh, that's what I was right. But I lifted this up because I thought that I put the notes to this week's readings and what they were about, and I probably should, give that shout out to you guys, like what is coming up this week if you are interested in Self-Care Sunday, and if you are interested in, like, what is she talking about, what kind of reading. So we read from the Book of Awakening mostly. So this week, and we dive in paint, but this week, the reading from the Book of the Awakening today was all about being a caretaker, the prayer of a caretaker. And then tomorrow is about weakness, but in spiritual terms, of seeing your weakness with, courage to see things as they are. And then the day after that was called Stirring the Water, and like how we create things to solve things, but then we get ourselves involved with things that really aren't meant for us. March 22nd is about resting, the importance of resting and not taking, that Mark Nepo was saying, I'd rather do one thing well than 20 things, half-ass, because I'm not rested. And then the 23rd is going to be about never knowing where we fly, giving life to your desires, and why, you might like want to learn the piano or learn how to sing or do any of those other things, and why are you not, spreading your wings and flying in that direction. So that's going to be another reading that you're going to come up against this week with Mark Nepo. And then the last one that I read was Even in the Dark, and that was a really beautiful, and that comes up on the 24th. And that was a reading about how even things that don't grow in the sunlight still make their way towards the light. So that is what is coming up this week for you if you have the book and you're following along. And then Tracy C was saying with Big Magic. So Big Magic was a book that I love. I love Elizabeth Gilbert, and she wrote a book on courage, of really about fear and how she conquers her fear, which was just that reading that we were talking about, like giving wings to your desires. And did I pick up the wrong pen? How do I do these things? Probably because my desk is a mess. It's not really a mess. It's just a desk of ideas. Where did it go? Here it is. Pink. And so that's how I would condense Big Magic. Big Magic is a book of not letting how she works through fear and anxiety, but she's such an awesome writer, and she does things with such a voice and a flair, and she goes back to who she was as a child, who she grew up into as an adult. But I was reading that from my Kindle, and my Kindle converged two of her books together. And so I was like, and I think because the topics were almost the same, I'm like, how did we go to this strong, independent woman giving up everything for a man? I don't care if you loved him or not. Like, you have a purpose on this earth, and this is your purpose. You went from eat, pray, love to like thinking that you were never going to get married again. Well, never say never. That's just, I just think that's, you don't know what is being prepared for you. So, I'm like, how did she go from eat, pray, love to giving everything up for this person who I didn't think in the book that I was misreading? Because this was her book after Eat, Pray, Love, maybe. And it was at a time when she was writing The Signature of All Things. which is one of her most fabulous books that she's ever written. I would highly recommend that anyone interested in exploration and journey and you know, how we got. It's a story on botanicals and importing and exporting. She wrote a beautiful story, and it was here in Philadelphia that she wrote it, because she was writing about the importing and exporting, and you know, these very wealthy families that lived in these mansions in Philadelphia, and she actually lived in one to write the story. And most of our mansions here are dilapidated. They're not like the mansions that you see in Providence, Rhode Island, that are just architectural wonders. Here in Philadelphia, they're just, it's just heartbreaking. But I was like, how did we go from big magic to this, to this? And I got really upset with the book, and I got upset with the sacrifices that she was making for this guy that I didn't think that really, it was such a good story too. It was such a good story. It was about a story that she was working on, and when she was talking about that's probably how they converged. Because the part in Big Magic was really what her book was about, and how she met this gentleman who she eventually married and divorced, because I saw that coming a mile away. And I was just so angry with her that I stopped reading Big Magic, but I wasn't reading it to begin with. I was reading another book. So I think I might have to go back to Big Magic and give it its due, because I think you would love it. I think that you would just see. I knew that this putty was just too sticky. I don't have that happen with the blue wax. Even if here's the blue. The blue wax does not stick on here. And if it does, it comes right off. I'm not hitting it. Am I hitting it? See, it comes right off. Now, is this going to come right off? I don't think so. It's going to smear like, here we go. I can't close this out like this. I can't close this diamond painting session out like this. So let me get my tool here. Where are you? Why are you not here? You were here a minute ago. You had a little foot on you. Here's the foot. Is it out? Let me get it. Either my cuticle nippers are here and I can't find them. They're buried under one of my many trays that I have out. But I would use my cuticle nippers to grab this. So I'm going to take that. Oh gosh, it's just smearing. And I had this thought, like, where's the Glass Plus? Which is a tip that I don't use anymore. Oh my gosh. Who was it that told me? Oh, there was a tip. Who told me to use a glue dot, that a glue dot would suck that up. I don't know who it was that told me about the glue dot, but I can't find my glue dots now. I don't know where they're at, but I'm wondering. A piece of washi, maybe? And then I have a glue eraser, but this is not glue. This is putty. So I was telling you guys, they're not the same. The white, the blue putty and the pink putty. The pink putty is absolutely sticky. It's sticky. I don't have this. What the heck is going on with you, Art Dot? Get the Glass Plus. Get the Windex. Now I can kind of see what the symbols are underneath, but this just really makes me so angry. So angry. All right, let's get back to doing this, because I can't end this. I can't end this way. And I'm going to use my blue putty, and probably that pink putty is going to wind up taking a hike, because I can't work with something that's just not proper. It's not proper. And again, I love Art Dot, but I don't know why they have to continually keep playing with things and changing things. They probably don't even know. And now this isn't going to pick up, because this is the blue putty and it's not fresh putty. So now I have to go back to this pink putty if I ever want to get done. Oh, God. I'm just going to take a lot of it out of there. Or maybe this is just going to be a Daunton putty. It's not going to be able to be a putty that... And I could see, too, where I'm getting like little sticks of putty on my... Oh, that's going to make me... Look, see it? Now my cuticle nippers would have picked that right up. But of course, they've taken a walk somewhere. Flat tweezer. Nobody wants to work this way. And I want to use my multi-placer. I'm not a dotter. I'm a multi-placer. And I'm going to have to go downstairs and I'm going to have to go get my blue putty. And that's it. I mean, you guys let me know. Have you noticed a difference if you've used both putties? Have you noticed a difference that the pink one is just so much more? I noticed it when I was loading the placer. I'm like, it looks like mozzarella. Why is it so stringy like this? Gosh. And I don't want to. I want to use as much of my placer as I can. But you get where I'm going. I'm going to fill in all the U's, and then I'm going to look and see what is around the U, and that will be my next color that I begin to incorporate into this. I hear my husband. He wants to go in his room, and so I just spent the last 3 minutes talking to myself. I went to go say goodbye, and I was like, I'm not even videotaping. So I think I went through everything that I wanted to go through as far as my notes that I had. John wants to practice, so I'm going to let him practice. And I'm not just going to, I think I'm over, so, but that's okay. Let me know what you think about Big Magic. Do you want to read that book? Because I will incorporate it during my diamond painting during the week. Let me know if you've ever done Diamond Painting Pro. I know Crispy said that I think she said she did Elvis, but they also have Marilyn. Let me know what you think about the astronauts coming back down to Earth, because we're going to be talking about that tomorrow for WIP Wednesday when I bring Chosen out. She's getting done, whether she likes it or not. Let me know what you think about all these trays. Any of them your favorite? Any of them you want to try? Like I said, this one's going into retirement. I saw that last night. So you have to grab it now if you want it. And I will see you, as always, in the next one, my friends. Look at this desk. It is interesting, though, isn't it? I will see you tomorrow. Coffee in hand. Have a good one. Bye.